Yes.
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to our weekly Monday night team gathering. We just started this a few weeks ago. It's just been a really fun, great place to gather. Really, we were the pioneers, so I see a lot of new faces, but of course some familiar faces. So this is such an exciting time. If you're watching this on a replay, this will be on YouTube, and we have a really special YouTube page with literally adding videos on a daily, weekly basis, and from NuCalm videos, XosialX videos, videos about the compensation, announcements, really a priceless place. So if you subscribe to the YouTube channel while watching the replay, you will never miss out on an important video. You'll get notifications. And make sure you comment on our videos. This way, YouTube has a logarithm. I also posted in the chat, if you can't see it, we do have a team, kind of a place where you can find all of our different social media outlets. It's called legacyteamgroup.com. Legacyteamgroup.com. We've got two amazing Facebook pages. We've got one page really for updates, news, information, announcements, recognition, so many great things. That's our Legacy Team group page for XosialX and NuCalm. But we also have a page which is a testimonial page, really with real life stories, real great information. So there's two pages there. You'll see our YouTube link. If you're not on our email broadcast, you're welcome to join our email broadcast to get information. There's a Telegram link. There's an Instagram link. So just one source where you can find everything that's on there. That's great. So what I wanted to do is first and foremost is let everyone know that this call or these calls are our team call. This isn't about me. It's about us. There's so many leaders that are emerging. So you're going to start seeing a lot of variety of leaders coming on and sharing wisdom, sharing information. It's a place to come on where I want to use it kind of like giving some kind of like behind the door, what's been happening, kind of news, updates, information, a place where you can plug in where I can kind of give a perspective and our leaders can kind of perspective of what's been going on over the last week and what's coming in the future. It's always a great place to kind of stay in tune because there's so many moving parts as a company literally is going into a momentous period of time. So this is a really great place to plug in. We do at the very end open it for Q&A. There's always a variety of questions so that if you want to have a question, we certainly use this as a forum at the very end. We keep it at the very end. I wanted to say that congratulate our amazing team. The numbers, I'm looking at the numbers right here, but this was just in the month of May. And sometimes May can be a slow month. You know, kids are getting out of school at the end of the year. It's right before, spring's ending, summer's starting. And May is notorious, been sometimes a slow period of time. But our growth spurt in our team, in our organization, this is not company wide, this is our team, the legacy team. We had 764 new associates join our company. That is historic. I truly believe that number is going to double, triple, quadruple when things go into momentum, right? And this only happens once in a blue moon. A company literally goes from that penny doubling, it begins to explode. It begins to take off like crazy. And when you're part of that, there's a saying, I forgot the saying, but like, a ship rises with the sea. I'm not even sure how it says it. If someone wants to write it in a chat, you can explain it. But when you're part of a momentous period of time, everyone is lifted up. Everyone gets excited. There's so many great things are happening. There were 202 rank advancements. Let me repeat that. 202 people advanced the rank. Now, if you're sitting here tonight and you're like, hey, you weren't one of the 202, that doesn't matter. Some people might take a few days, a few weeks, a few months, a few years. Everyone's on their own path or on their own path. But I just want to congratulate all the rank announcements. We had 31 new manager threes. That's just enrolling 3 people, whether in a day, an hour, a week, a month, 6 months. Once you have 3 people that have come in, right, joined for free and ordered a minimum of $42, that's it. They got a $50 one-time cash bonus above and beyond everything else in the plan. We had 17 people hit manager 7, which is really the most you have to do in terms of now there's an incentive to do more, but once you become a manager 7, you get an additional $200. So when you became manager 3, you earned $50. And then when you went to 7, you get an additional 200 for a total of 250. We had 3 new 5Ks. They each got a $500 one-time cash bonus, and then we had 2 new 10Ks. Each of those people got a $1,000 cash bonus. Our compensation plan, as you rank advance, pays out over $72,000 in cash bonuses. So when you become 25K, 50K, 100K, 200K, there's $72,250. I'm not even sure the exact number, or maybe it's 70. It's in the 70s. I think it might even be $79,000 that we're paying out. If someone wants to write it in the chat or look it up when I'm talking, that would be great. That's in cash bonuses. So what is causing it right now? In my humble opinion, 35 years in this industry, seeing so many things that go through and happen. You have a product that has 2 patents, was an FDA medical device that used to sell over $6,000 that you can now get for $42, a product that we have the exclusive direct sales rights to throughout the world. We offer it for less money than buying it through the company at a substantial discount. And we offer a 30-day money back guarantee, right? Where the company itself doesn't offer that. And it's changing people's lives from sleeping better to having more calmness, from having more energy to having more focus, all the things that people are looking for. And it's not like the emperor's robe or something like, hey, we think it's work or it's a pseudo effect. This was studied at Harvard Medical School. The clinicals are unbelievable. 79 different sports teams, some of the top people, no paid endorsers. The names are unlisted of what's happening in the world today. It's funny. A lot of times when I'm working, I'll have the TV on in the background or just listening to it. And we've all heard the TV show Friends. And in the TV show Friends today, they were bringing the book out, Chicken Soul, Chicken. Oh my goodness, I'm having a brain mess here. Chicken Soul for the heart or whatever it is. Mark Victor Hansen's book, and they had it out and they were showing and talking about it. He's now a distributor of this company, which is absolutely unbelievable. So let's talk about what this means for you, because you're probably sitting there saying, like I was 35 years ago, saying, well, this is great. 28 of the 100 countries that we've already gone into. I believe in the next 90 days, we're going to be in all 100 plus countries. Let me repeat that. Just in June, we had 28 different countries of people coming in. And in the next 90 days, I'm confident we're going to be in over 100 countries. So what does it mean for you? You might be sitting there saying, well, I don't know anybody in any of the countries. When I first got involved in this industry 35 years ago, and I heard these stories about people getting involved in other countries, I'm like, I don't even know many people outside of my town, certainly not many people out of my state, right? And certainly no one out of the US. But I began to understand this industry that when you tell someone who tells someone who tells someone else, years later in that company 35 years ago, I was having people in Australia, Germany, the Philippines, Japan. And I'm like, oh my God, it wasn't who I knew. It's who I knew, who they knew, who they knew. And those were before the computers and the internet and social media and Facebook and all that other stuff. Imagine what happens now. But let's just say that doesn't happen to you. Let's say at no point in your XosialX career do you ever know someone or enroll someone in another country, nor no one in your organization does. You still benefit because what the company did is they take 10% of the sales of the entire company and they put it into a pool. So all those different countries of people coming in, every single person on this Zoom right now, every single person in this company can participate in earning income of the entire global volume. And if you watch what's happening, right? What happens when we go from 764 new members in a month to 7,640 to 76,000, and we go from millions to tens of millions to hundreds of millions of dollars? Everyone on this call can participate in that 10%. And they're saying, well, how do you get there? It's not difficult. It's not compared to, you don't have to become 100K or have 9 who got 6 and your left equals your right and all that stuff. All that the company says is if you have 7 people personally enrolled doing $42, and that could be family members, loved ones, maybe they're brushing their teeth with our product, or they're drinking our energy shake, or taking our protein, and certainly NuCalm itself, powered by XosialX, counts as one of those 7, right, for every customer you have, right? And you're doing $10,000 of volume, not CV, BV, QV, RV, dollars amount, right, of volume in a given calendar month, right? And it's not you doing the sales, it's you and your team. So if you're sitting there tonight and you're just getting started, or you've been with us for a while and you're maybe, hey, you're sitting on a few $100s, or you're just getting here, there's no race. You don't have to do it right away. The sooner you get to $10,000 in monthly sales, you're immediately put into shares that you're now getting on the company. So even if you're doing $10,000 a month and the company does 10 million, you're getting a piece of the whole $10 million. That is unbelievable. You can't show me any other plan that allows you to do it. So when you're sitting there, you might say to yourself, well, oh, I saw people coming in from Ghana, or I saw someone coming in from France, or I saw someone coming in from Ecuador, or so on and so forth. How does that benefit me? I'm telling you, it benefits everyone. For those who are engaging, and you are on your own path. If you're watching tonight and you took the time to sit and be on this call, you have a why. You have a reason to be here. Most importantly is our community. Most importantly, it's being part of a family. Most importantly, it's serving others, helping them with their stress, helping them with their sleep, helping them feel better, right? Helping them have a healthier life, and focusing and just having a sense of calm. Those are all great things. But you might be here too to say, hey, how can you create a few $100s, a few $1,000s on a weekly basis? How can you pay for that extra vacation, get out of debt, pay off a credit card, whatever it is? You have the opportunity here. You don't have to be a superstar, right? You don't have to be a superstar. And now you've got the app. The app counts towards your personal volume. What? So when you and your entire team are in the app, you might say, yes, it's a little bit slower build with a $42 program, right? But now you've got the app, right, which is $10, and it's commissionable. It's going to become that much more easier as you're doing it. And I want you to really take into consideration what I began to understand. And it took me time, because I remember sitting down. This is used to, I'm dating myself here, but this is when there wasn't Zooms, or, smartphones, or the internet, all those things. It was sitting in a restaurant with a napkin and writing down this whole thing about how a penny doubled. And someone was explaining to me saying, hey, Mike, if I was to give you $10,000 today, or I give you a penny today, and tomorrow I'll give you 2 pennies, and then the third day I'll give you 4 pennies, and then the fifth day I'll give you, 8 pennies, and then 16, just double the penny a day. Would you take the 10,000 now, or would you take the penny a day for 30 days? I was like, I'll take the 10,000 now. And then when you do the math is it comes out into millions of dollars. That's here what's happening with our company. This might be a slower burn, but it's getting quicker with the app as we continue to improve on the app and adding all kinds of things. We're going to be doing a power hour. So we're going to be there with you, helping you with this app. We're going to help you enroll. We're going to help you close. We're going to help you build your business with these live power hours. We're going to come on Monday night, and we're going to put hundreds of people on here, and we're all going to sit there. We're going to take out our cell phone. We're going to be writing something in the chat, and we're going to telling people, okay, copy and paste this and do this. Let me talk about the app, because that was one of the topics. The commissionable app is the best tool in the industry, and it's getting better every day. You get a virtual business card. You get a calendar, a planner. You get all these different gems. They're adding all these graphics. We've got the amazing Kate and Evie and Chantel, who are behind the scenes. Adam Levy's putting some really great content together for his team. It is just going to get better and better and better. Now, the reason we're not doing a power hour yet is because right now the app is only web based. Yes, you can go and through your phone, you can log into your app, or you through your desktop, you can log into your app, but you would need to import your contacts. As soon as weeks ago, we've already put in the thing for Apple and Android. So it could be any day or maybe in a week or two. We're waiting on them. But as soon as the app goes live and we have the green light from Apple, Android, who knows who's going to go first, you'll be able to take your phone and push a button, and every single person, and I'm sure everyone here has contacts in their phone, they're immediately imported into your app. And then what we're going to do is called the power hour. And I'm going to explain what a power hour is. You want to, if you don't have the app, you want to log into your back office tonight. And for $9.95, it is a tax deduction. You want to prove to the government to get tax write-ups anyways. You have a business, so let Uncle Sam pay for your app, right? It's the greatest tool in the world. You can go through incredible trainings. We already have on our YouTube page, we have training number 1 and training number 2, which really break it down. I call it really make it fifth grader like in terms of it's very seamless. Even myself, who's not technical, who and those who were involved in the beginning of this call knew and saw that not the most technical person. I sat there and took my time and got it going. But this app, right? We will meet and we're going to have music playing in the background. I think Adam made a great suggestion. We're going to have, Ignite from, the app playing in the background, right? And we're all going to be cheering each other's on, and I'm going to be donating products and gift cards and cash rewards, and we're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to come here and we're going to run contests. Okay, everyone, you ready? Let's get going over the next hour. Our goal is the first person who emails or texts or contacts 20 people with a message, and we write the message for you. All you have to do is just do it. Okay, I just sent it out to 10 people. Oh, I just had a no. You know what I mean? We're going to reward you for getting people saying not interested. We're going to reward you, right, for people who just got, my contact just watched the entire video. Great, you're going to get a gift card for that. We're going to make it fun. No one wants to do this on their own. This industry, life in general, is about failures. We fail together. We'll have no's. But what happens when we do this? Imagine an army of us all getting together a few times a week or once a week to get started with our XosialX app. And we're having a blast. And we're cheering each other on. And we're making noise. And we're this and that. Watch what begins to happen. You could be, I learned this a long time ago. You could be the absolute best presentation. Now, as you can imagine, I keep on saying the word 35 years, but I've probably given over 20,000 presentations in those 35 years, every day talking to so on and so forth. And I can tell you this, there's been times when I said, I just nailed it. I just gave the absolute best. I just said everything right. I hit every important point. I touched all the things that were crucial. The timing was great. The pitch was great. Everything was perfect. And the prospect said, no interest. And there's times that I've absolutely blundered, stumbled, stuttered, had no confidence, didn't know what I was doing, caught me in an off day. And the prospect said, yeah, I'm in. Sign me up. And I began to realize I had to become the messenger, not the message. It really, truly became a numbers game because it's not about you. It's about your prospect catching them at the right time when they're looking for something. Maybe you caught them on a day when they just had a really bad day. Their blood pressure's high. They're stressed out. Politics are driving them crazy. The cost of gas is driving them crazy. They just heard news. They just lost someone in their family. They're going through a divorce. They just got in a fight with someone, whatever it is, something is going on, and you're telling them you have a solution to help them have a better sense of calmness. Or they just had the worst night's sleep, and you caught them at a time they haven't slept in days, or they have no energy and they're tired of constantly taking coffee all throughout the day, and you're catching them, or they just can't focus, and you're sharing with them, hey, I've got something to help you with. You catch that person at the right time, and they're open-minded, and we're going to even help you close. Get the prospect, because we're not selling anything. Selling is selling someone to someone and they're stuck with it. We're saying, try this, right? Try this for 30 days. And if this isn't life-changing, you get your money back, which is absolutely amazing. So we talked real quickly about how the global bonus pool is for everyone. I wanted to talk about getting to 10K, and 10K is now easier than ever before, because if there's spillover counts towards it, you don't have to worry about crazy structure, right? It's based on total sales volume. And if you're not there today, it's a marathon, not a sprint, but there's nothing wrong with pushing hard. There's nothing wrong of setting goals, right? If you want to get into the pool, you want a piece of that pie, right? What I encourage you to do is, the best thing you do is just create a vision board, write it down, start believing it, start saying it, start saying, I am a 10K. I am participating in the global bonus pool. I am going to hit this no matter what. I am going to treat it like a business. The only difference between those who are doing it and not, there's only one variable. Every single person has the exact same product. Someone's NuCalm isn't better than yours. Someone's comp plan is not better than yours. Someone's app is not better than yours. We all have the same thing. What you put in is what you get out. Period. End of story, as my good friend Evelyn would say. That's just the way it is. Now, does it mean that it happens for some people sooner than later? Yeah, it does. It takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of failure. It takes people saying no. But consistency and persistency, your attitude, your desire, your passion, the things you do on a daily basis are direct results. And what you do today doesn't show tomorrow. This isn't like working a job where you're going to go and work today and get a paycheck tomorrow. All the activities you do now, you might not see for months or years from now. I had a person, I got a message today that someone joined my business today, and I went back to see when and how, and I'm like, oh my God, I was talking to that person 4 months ago. You know what I mean? So this is a business that you don't always get it. You want to always be what's called sowing the seeds. If you haven't listened to Jim Rohn, listen to him on YouTube. He's amazing. He's passed away, but he's been one of my mentors. I've read all of his books. You're sowing the seeds. You're out there planting seeds. You're getting things so that when the harvest comes, people begin to gravitate. So this is being consistent every day, talking to someone new, so on and so forth. So we talked about the commissionable app. We talked about the bonus pool. We talked about power hours. Now, finally, I want to touch really, and if you don't have, if you're here tonight and you don't have the app, you're making a huge mistake. Trust me, you want it, and you want to understand it before we get in there. Finally, I wanted to touch real quickly on social health. Now, it's a little confusing. It's not XosialX Health. They're calling it social health. I've been blown away. This is specifically only for our American family right now, but it's spectacular. Stuart does a great job talking about the house. We've got personal care products, from skincare to a mouthwash to a deodorant to toothpaste, organic, clean skincare line where you redirect or transfer spending. We've got our wellness products, our energy drink, our amazing protein shakes, our three. You could build an entire business just on Glutamist, Xantho Mist, and Moringa Mist. By far the most affordable, effective. Those products, in my opinion, blow away anything that's out there. But you don't have to get into the whole thing. My Glutamist is better than your Glutamist, or glutathione is better than your glutathione, or my Zango is better than your Zango. We have the nanotechnology. No one in the world has what we have. We get it into your bloodstream, within 4 seconds with up to 99% absorption, right? It blows it away, and our pricing is spectacular. But it can't ship to every country. It's a harder sale. You know what I mean? It takes time to get different results. leading your lead. This is my opinion. You can lead any way you want. If your lead is, hey, I want to lead with the energy drink, that's your choice. You are an independent associate to lead any way you want. You can pick your favorite product. It could be protein shake. It could be weight loss. It's great to have a variety, but why is a variety important? You have what's called your flagship. Your flagship is your product that really can attract the masses. It's simple to understand. There's no delivery. It's in 100 countries. We've got people, most of those people right now that are growing quickly and hitting these new titles, they only have NuCalm. They don't have access to anything else. Not social health, not they have the app, right, which is great, but that's it. That should be your focus. And how do you become a believer in it? You have to use the product every day. When you go to bed, get yourself a Bluetooth speaker, right? Plug it in so it doesn't lose a battery. Plug your phone in, right? Play around with the different deep sleeps, whether you like the ocean or you like the melodies or you like the rain. Fine. Then you got to play around with the volume. If you're married and you're in the same room with your spouse, you got to kind of bicker back and forth what's the best one and what the volume to be set at, and use it for 30 days. Every day you use it, it will help you get a better night's sleep. You might not even realize this, but even the nights you think you were getting a good night's sleep in the past and you woke up tired, it's because you truly weren't even having a good night's sleep. So even if you're saying, oh, I sleep great, I don't need it, but you wake up tired and you got to drink coffee because you're just exhausted, there's a difference of what's called a true REM sleep. If you're slacking during the day and you don't have energy or you're going to the gym, you can put on Ignite to get your body flowing, you go on and so forth. If you're just having a difficult day and you just want to just get away from all the chaos that's going on in the world, spend 20 minutes and just sit there and chill and listen. You don't have to meditate, you don't have to do anything, just chill and watch what begins to happen. And if the first day you do it, it's not working, watch what happens when you do it for 30 days straight. If you talk to someone and I said, listen, if I can make your life less stressful, bring your blood pressure down, make you a happier person, make you a calmer person, right? What would you be willing to pay for that? I don't know about you guys, but there's no price on it. It's priceless. And we've got the only proven, clinically, scientifically proven. I mean, there's a reason why the FBI, there's a reason why NASA, there's a reason why the government agencies, there's a reason why, Navy SEALs, there's a reason why medical doctors are using this product in sports teams and so on and so forth, because it works. For you to be able to believe in it, you should have that app and give it a full 30 days. I've never met a person now, some people say, oh, it didn't work. Well, how many times you use it? Oh, I tried it, it didn't work. Really? Give it 30 days. That's why there's a 30-day money back guarantee. There's no question once someone's using it, they'll be on it for the rest of their life. The biggest problem with direct sales and network marketing is the retention. A third of the people are coming in, a third of the people are leaving, right? And a third of the people are staying. It happens in every direct sales network marketing company for the last 50 plus years. NuCalm is something special. The refund return rate on that product is incredibly off the charts low because it works. The people that have returned it, and there's probably less last month on my entire hand, I think 2 or 3 people who asked for a refund. I guarantee if I called them, they didn't use it. They were lazy. It wasn't important for them to have a better sense of calm, to feel better, so on and so forth. So, which is great. So I think man, I'm getting really good at this darn thing. I hit 30 minutes on the button. Wow. And I didn't have a script. I just had just the topics I needed to talk about. So you guys are rock stars. I'm going to stop the recording, but I always like to open it up for some Q&A if there is any, or comments from people. I'm keeping the fingers crossed that our first power hour will be next. If not, we'll meet here. We'll go through updates. I definitely want to start bringing other leaders on. This is not about me. It's about the team and the community. If you're enjoying these calls, make sure you're sharing and getting people to plug into these calls. So let me stop the recording.